chance to one of the great welterweights that's out there?
Well, I mean, that's the fight that's been offered to me. I think that's the big fight in Dallas. And with Sean Porter, I thought that fight was going to happen. It somehow fell out. And with Keith Thurman, he's going to stay injured as long as I keep winning. So, I mean, I don't think me and him ever going to fight. If he mess around, retire, I get that WC belt.
Well, Sean and Keith, what's your reaction to it? I mean, I know you respect Mikey for what he's trying to accomplish, but what does it mean to you to see the best welterweight in the world, instead of fighting one of the two other welterweights, fighting Mike?
Well, first off, each one of these fights is a great fight for Errol Spence. Okay? So, and outside of that, I don't know what happened with negotiation with Sean, but obviously, when I'm healthy and I'm ready, from beginning, when I stepped on the scene, I said I wanted this belt. I said I wanted that belt. I told you guys I want to grab all the belts, you know. So I'm still on a mission, but my health comes.
It's why, man. It's why I'm kind of not feeling what Errol Spence doing. This I'm gonna tell you why. And I really don't know. I don't play to know. I'm not Negro Domus or anybody like that. But I'm not Joe Rock here either. But also, this can be the case. It could be Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. The fight could be made behind the scenes. The fights can't be being made at this particular moment behind the scenes. The fans is not privy to what goes on inside a boardroom. Only thing we know is what we can scavenge. We like vultures and shit. We out here scavenging information about things. Coming and pick the bones dry like a fucking vulture and shit. Like a turkey-faced vulture and some shit like that. But the reason why I'm not digging what Errol Spence doing, and I'm saying you don't gotta fuck around with what I'm doing. If you don't like me, keep on stepping. But only reason I'm not feeling what Errol Spence doing is because he been froze out for years. Errol Spence was Terrence Crawford. He should know Terrence Crawford pain because his own team wouldn't allow him to get the fights. And he had to fight in almost obscurity in the background, in the shadows behind these niggas while they was in the limelight making millions of dollars. He was on the outside looking in, showing up at the fight, showing up to all their fights, watching in the back, watching and shit, wishing and praying, hoping and shit that he'll get his opportunity. So if you know how that feel for somebody to leave you out, freeze you the fuck out, you should know how Terrence Crawford feel. Even more so, your own people did it to you. They did it to you, Danny. They did it to you, the champion of the world. They did it to you. He should know how they feel. He should know how Crawford feel. He should shoot that man a shot. It's a good fight. You gonna get paid for it. I'm not arguing about A side, B side because it's not my fucking business. If I was gonna get a 10% cut, 5% cut, I would be like, oh yeah, Terrence Crawford needs his motherfucking shot and all that type of shit. Because if I'm not getting a shot in it, and that's not a part of boxing, that's not being a fan, that's not being a supporter, that's being a fucking fanatic. When you that interested in who should get 70-30, I don't give a fuck. They can fight for charity. I wouldn't give a fuck. They can fight for EBT card. I wouldn't give a fuck. It's not my business. It's not my concern. Who did what? Who did more in the sport? Maybe I don't give a fuck who did more. Maybe I'm just a fucking sport fan of the sport and want to see these two fight. Suppose I was just a fan of the sport and I want to see these two fight. Then what? Only way you will get mad at something if you was a fanatic over these men. You got a man crush on these niggas. I don't have a man crush on these niggas. I don't give a fuck. That's their business. They millionaires. They millionaires, man. Who gonna advocate for a fucking millionaire? If Crawford if Crawford become crippled or some shit like that, you won't see him at Best Buys. You won't see him at Welcome to Arby's. May I take your order? Nah. You're going to see him living the same fucking way that he's living now. Is your retirement streak You know, Errol Spence been making millions of dollars for a while. He didn't start making millions of dollars last week. These guys are money is in everywhere. These guys are making money while they sleep. When you on that level, so why should you care? Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, even though Bob Arum was ripping them off, look how much this nigga was making. Look how much this nigga is making. So I don't give a fuck about Terrence Crawford being the A side or Errol Spence being the B side. Errol Spence has changed a whole fucking lot since he started making money, man. That's why I respect Ryan for what he's doing. All that shit can be over. His own team is telling him, don't take the fight. One of his friends, Canelo Alvarez, is telling him, don't take the fight. Gervonta Davis got way more experience on a high level than most of these dudes. Most of these dudes only look at what happened in the ring. They look at Ryan long arms. They look at Ryan got knockout power. But they don't understand the way Gervonta Davis came up. He always been a little guy beating big guys in the ring. That's how he made his bones. Don't you know he's in a gym where most of those people in there can fight their ass off? It's motherfuckers in the gym be like, why this nigga is not pro? You can't even touch him in the ring. And he be fighting against champions, national champions and shit. You never seen him go pro. Baltimore got a lot. That's why I don't wonder why most people didn't come to Baltimore and get sparring. That'd be the best place to come and get sparring because there's a lot of people can fight in one gym. A lot of these motherfuckers can fight in one gym. But that's neither here nor there. They not taking advantage of their opportunities, but they taking advantage of the fans, the people that support them. Boxing fans are so much of an integral part in the sport of boxing that boxing fans can end boxing today. Boxing fans can get boxing taken off TV if they stop watching and start listening. There's not enough casual fans to back up boxing. Us as the boxing fans, we carry the sport. We make the sport for what it is. Because if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be getting no TV. They wouldn't get no TV money. They wouldn't get no. They wouldn't get no show money. They wouldn't get no bagging money. They wouldn't be getting no fucking money from boxers if boxing fans started. They could devalue the sport. Fans can devalue the sport. What I mean by devalue the sports, it won't even be in the network's interest to put it on if we stick to our guns. It wouldn't be worth the networks putting it on. It wouldn't be worth the promoters even renting out venues and putting their fighters in matches. Boxing fans can break the sport. These guys are very disrespectful, and I'm letting you know Errol Spence has changed. He's no different from Keith Thurman. That's what I'm out this bitch. Peace.